On the same day that millions of Americans took to the streets to protest against the prospect of an American king, this is what Trump's big military birthday parade ended up looking like. And brace yourself, because it's not exactly what we were promised.
I can't feel it. I'm gonna be okay, 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 alright. It's about that time. I see you walking in my life. I see you talking out the side of your lungs. 'Cause I don't give a whoop. I get too much. I'ma need like some more in my cup. Wanna get down. Oh, that's how I feel right now.
I mean, there's gotta be tens of people out there. This was an utter humiliation for a president who decided to spend a staggering $45 million on a vanity parade for himself so that he can feel big and important. But if the goal was to have throngs of adoring fans filling the bleachers in slavish devotion to the God King, then I think it's safe to say that today was an ultimate fail. I mean, I'm sorry, but at some point, this is just embarrassing. It is so quiet at that parade that you could literally hear the creaking of the tank tires. If Donald Trump's birthday parade was a person, we would have to check him for a pulse. And all of that is so that Donald Trump could have this moment.
Ready to serve, it remains an enduring symbol of the 1st Cavalry Division's legacy and commitment to duty. The band performs Hit the Leather and Ride, a march composed by Captain Robert Meredith Wilson.
Watching the troops salute him as they march by so that this small, petty man can feel big and powerful. And yet, if that all looks familiar, well, that's because you've probably seen it before here. At least Kim Jong-un is smart enough to recognize that if you're going to do the whole dictator parade, you should at least mandate people also show up and cheer for you. But here's what makes this even more embarrassing for Trump, other than photos like this one populating the entire internet. It's that while Donald Trump felt the need to fillet himself with a parade for him, the rest of the country understood the assignment, and millions upon millions of Americans took to the streets in 2,000 cities across the country. This right here is the parade in Idaho. Idaho has more people coming out against Trump than Trump has at his own $45 million parade in Washington, D.C. And none of those people, by the way, had to be ordered there. None of them had to be paid to be there. They showed up because they care, whereas Trump's parade's participants quite literally had no choice. And I'll tell you what, it shows. In fact, I was at the protest in Los Angeles today, downtown, where tens of thousands of Angelenos showed up. Again, not because they were ordered to be there, but because they wanted to voice their opposition to this president. And I want you to compare Trump's parade, both in size and the ambiance, to what I saw in Los Angeles. In fact, I took to the stage to offer a few words about why what I saw today in LA actually gave me some hope.
It would be easy to give up. With the cards stacked against us, it would be simple. They want us to feel powerless and small and weak. And yet, despite all of that, you all showed up here today. And unlike those 6,600 troops in Washington, D.C., no one was ordered to be here. No one was paid to be here. We are here because we want to be here. We are here because we are sending a message that Donald Trump and the GOP may run the House, they may run the Senate, they may run the White House, they may think they have power, but you know what power looks like? It is this. This is power. It is hundreds of thousands of Angelenos It is our brothers and sisters in New York and Chicago and Philadelphia and San Francisco and San Diego and Phoenix and Miami and millions more Americans in 2,000 cities across the United States. We don't need soldiers. We don't need tanks. We don't need jets. This right here is what we need. This is what powers our democracy. This right here is what gives me hope. Democracy doesn't just happen. Democracy works when you fight for it. Now, right now is the time to fight. Now is the time to show up. No one is coming to save us. This right here is what saves us. So when you all look back 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now, and your kids and your grandkids ask you what you did, make sure that you tell them that you fought back to ensure that we keep this country that we love so much intact. And the way that we do that, is by ensuring that we have no king in the United States of America! Thank you, everybody!
The reality that Trump is learning in real time is that unlike his heroes in North Korea and Russia and China, you cannot force people in the United States of America to respect you. You can't force people to like you. You can't force people to cheer for you. But it's really easy to mobilize people to stand up to a thin-skinned, brazenly corrupt, egomaniacal bully. The people of America showed that today, in 2,000 cities across the country, with crowds into the millions, that they are willing to do exactly that. So, in a way, Trump finally got the crowds that he was so desperate for. The only problem is that they were in opposition to him. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.